In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Well, here we are, Cash.
Well, hello there.
How goes it?
Oh, it's going.
Yep.
It's, we're getting in the dog days of summer, Mason.
Yes, we
It's
are.
Getting down there, and,
It's coming down to the wire. The kids are not looking forward to going back to school.
No.
People are getting tired of getting sunburnt.
People
We're
are already
ready for
mad.
the sun to go away.
There was back-to-school commercials, like, a month ago.
Yeah, they started late July.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
If
It's
I was
so
a kid,
stupid.
I had to be livid. I still have to go to school, so I am still.
Especially, watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Get this shit off the television. I don't want to see this. This is July. What are we doing here,
If I
folks?
ever ran for president, I'd run on making it illegal to show back to school ads before August 20th. Or do I have your vote?
You have my vote. Absolutely.
That's it.
That's
what
it.
I'm
That's
running
simple
on.
as that. Okay. I mean, it's a good policy to run on.
Yeah.
I
I
think
only
you can
need
get
a
that
couple
passed,
more.
too.
I think I only need a couple more for a nomination. So,
Yeah, I think so.
I get you and a couple more people, and then.
I think you're in good shape.
But yeah, except I guess that would only matter if kids voted, because why would parents give?
Well, yeah, but I mean, with the audience we had on our last movie news episode, I mean, you got all those people who will definitely vote for you.
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
We're doing fine. You're doing okay.
I'm not
You're
worried
running
about
a
it.
great.
I'm not
you're running
worried
a
about
real
it, yeah.
solid campaign.
I'm not
okay?
worried about it. I just got to get a shitty nickname from Trump, and that means you're someone. You're a someone.
That's right.
That means you're running and you're at least on the bill. But if you don't have a nickname from Trump, you're nothing.
I'm trying to think of a nickname for you.
It's got to be something stupid.
It's got to rhyme with cash, right?
Yeah, it's got to be something like C Cash, but it's got to be something that's, I don't even know, Cruisin' Cash. I don't know. It'd be something dumb that he would come up with.
Right.
But, what's a bad?
The branding's good though. You got
Trash Cash
Trash cash. That's perfect.
or
yeah.
Rash Cash? Maybe he starts telling people I have rashes.
You have rashes in
and people
places,
don't-
right?
People don't want to vote for a guy that has so much rashes.
No.
Oh, no, they do not. But we're not here to talk about rashes.
No, we're not.
Or politics. We're here to talk about movie news. This is the Have You Seen It movie news edition.
It is.
Oh boy, we got some news.
Famous Thursday episodes. We do. We got a lot of news. We got a lot of news.
Break it down
brewing.
for us. What are we going to start out with, Mason?
Well, we got to open with this, Cash. Disney is reportedly unimpressed with the New Mutants. Now, if you don't know, that is the 20th Century Fox film that they made, I think, 5 years ago?
8 years ago. It was made in
it was a half a
early
century.
1980,
Yes.
and they've done about 50 reshoots.
Right?
They're still reshooting
I
it.
mean,
It's the
even
original
deepfakes are not
original
helping
cast.
the de-aging
No, the
of these
original
kids with
cast
the reshoots.
grandkids are now starring
Yeah,
in the movie because they're the closest looking to him at this point.
It
Everyone else
is.
is
It's a
too damn old.
continuity issue, though. We're not getting the right shots.
No.
Terrible film.
But yeah,
Disney's pissed.
unimpressed. But yeah, but of course the New Mutants is it's kind of like a Fox reboot. Kind of. It's supposed to be. I thought what I read was it was like a haunted house-esque X-Men film.
Right, and the concept sounded freaking awesome. I remember when we talked
Well, when
about
I first saw it when
4
I
years
was
ago.
15.
Yeah, it was pretty
when
cool.
I first saw the trailer back in middle school, it was piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember our local theater, they threw up a poster for it when it was like announced. Now the poster's been hanging up for 6 years.
It has been. It's
Yeah,
a
take
problem.
that
At this
thing
point,
down.
They just keep putting posters over it, and it's just recycled. One day, this movie will come out.
It is
So it's like
crazy that it has not just been canceled by now. I mean, it is being strung along. Like, I've never seen a movie have this many problems, and they just say, "All right, let's just release
What do you think? Do you think Disney just
on
pulls the
YouTube.
plug entirely on this film? I mean, because in relation to other movie news,
This is gonna be
Universal pulled The Hunt this week.
Yeah, well, let's get into one story at a
Right,
time.
one story at a time,
jumping
right.
around. Well, because this involves the New Moons. This involves all of Fox, right? The big news is Disney is unimpressed with Fox.
Well, and we also know that Dark Phoenix flopped.
Dark
It was
Phoenix,
terrible.
Stuber, and Fox has only had one movie that profited. It's The Breakthrough, the Christian movie about.
Oh, the kid falling through ice. Yes.
Yeah.
Which
That's
Breakthrough.
the only
It's good.
movie that has turned a profit for
Yeah.
Fox.
Wow.
So Fox got its quarterly grade. Apparently, Disney grades their studios like a report card
Mm-hmm.
every quarter, and Fox's grades weren't so good.
Not good.
No.
Were they failing? They had to have been failing if they'd only made profit on one film this year.
Oh yeah, everyone
Yeah.
would say that if Disney had not bought Fox out and they were just running the studio as normal business, they would be going bankrupt.
Yeah.
They said they would be putting the lot up for sale and
And
everything.
that is probably why Disney bought them. Because they have the cash to be able to do it, and they can
Well, fuck, I don't know who's the genius here. 20th Century Fox for getting off
for
that
getting out at
sinking
the right
ship.
time. Yeah, they're like off the ship. Even the captain left that shit. He wasn't staying on.
Well, they still run it as the normal studio. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the executives probably got paid out and left, but it's still a lot of. I mean, it's still just the
Well, yeah,
normal
there had to
20th
be-
Century
there had
Fox.
to have
They
been a
just
cleaning
run
of
it.
house though, especially with this sort of grading.
Well, this
Disney's going to replace them with their people.
Oh,
I'm
everyone,
talking about
yeah.
the high ups.
Well, that's the big story. Is a lot of the people at Fox right now that aren't the higher ups, that aren't obviously protected because they're gazillionaires, like the regular fucking people that work on like editing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're all really worried about, because what's going to happen. Disney's going to end up cleaning house and be like, we tried to let you guys figure it out.
And-
I mean, it's the Fox executives' fault. I mean, they're the ones
Oh, for sure. It's the
green lighting the
uppity ups.
movies, but
Mhm.
they're not the ones going to get a fucking shit can for it. So it's unfortunate. Yeah,
It
and
is.
I have a list right here of, because Disney, I mean, this is the news, is Disney stopped every Fox movie that was in development, they canceled it.
Wow.
That hasn't been released. Besides, it was...
Now, have these movies just been shot, or have they just been wrote? Like what?
See, some of them are in script, and some of them are even in pitch. But this is 276 titles that Fox had a hand in making.
Wow, and they canceled them all.
Canceled all of them. Yeah, here's a
Jeez.
couple names of them. 21 Years to Midnight. And it'll say theatrical and say worldwide, like how it's going to be released. Alienology. This is one of 276, but some of the names are crazy. Atlantis. Black...
Assassin's Creed 2. Are you kidding me? After the first one
Oh, yes.
flopped,
See, I didn't even
you're gonna
notice
make a
that, yeah.
sequel?
Fox is not the brightest for sure.
No, they're
but
not.
Breaker, Capsule, Captain Awesome, Cardiac, Cascade, Charlie Chan, Jackie Chan's younger brother.
I guess so.
Uh,
doppelganger.
Commando, that might have been a remake of the original Commando. That would have been cool. The Arnold Schwarzenegger. Cyberstorm, Dead Mall. A lot of these sound horrible.
Dead Mall sounds like a zombie mall.
It sounds like a B movie, like something you'd see on Sci-Fi. Echo, Emma's War, Endgame. I think you're probably gonna need to change the title.
Change that title, yeah, I would assume.
Fucking Identical Twins. That's the name of one of the movies. I'm not making that up.
I don't know. Is that on their like HBO late night kind of thing? It's Fox late night.
I don't know, but yeah, but some of
Sounds-
these, 270. Flash Gordon, that would have been a big one. There's some big names on here. I mean, and there's some other ones. I think the biggest were the Mega Man movie they canceled.
Yeah. That's actually in movie news too.
The Sims, they're gonna make a Sims movie based on the computer game. Canceled that. The only thing that they say they still have going is Planet of the Apes,
Good.
which I don't know what
Well,
else are they
what are we
doing?
gonna do?
I know that's what
they
I'm
made
saying.
the perfect trilogy, but
I-
Disney's gonna capitalize on that. There's so many more stories you can tell. I mean, obviously none that involve Caesar, but you can still tell the Planet of the Apes story.
Oh
There's
yeah.
so much
Oh,
even
yeah,
in
there's-
between those two.
Yeah, there's a ton you can do.
You know,
for
you
sure.
could do another trilogy with Caesar's son. What's his name?
I can't remember his fucking name.
I do. God dang
I
it.
remember Rocket. I remember.
Wasn't it like Roman or something like that?
What was the orangutang's name? Wasn't it Maurice or something?
Yeah, it was Maurice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they all had really they had pet names, so it's all kind of. But yeah, absolutely. I mean that's one of the few ones that they are keeping. I'm pretty sure there's only 3 titles. I can't remember what titles there were, but
Cornelius. That's who I'm thinking of.
Cornelius, of course. But yeah, out of all those movies, there's 3 titles that they kept the green light on. That they said, okay, keep going.
Wow. Out of 276, that's not good.
No,
No.
that's not good at all. I don't know. I mean, Fox I think they thought they're going to be all right with giving them Disney Fantastic Four and all that, because that's news also, is they're giving that to Kevin Feige, the guy who's done every Marvel movie. They're giving him Fantastic Four and stuff like that.
We're going to get Cap
We're going to get Fantastic Four.
again?
Well, they gave it to him. They have the property now, and X-Men. X-Men. He also, they gave him to X-Men also, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. I really hope those are standalone movies, though. I would like if those were their own thing and they weren't added.
You don't want him
into.
to be a part of the universe?
No, it just feels like it's too many people now, too many hands. Like, how useful is a captain? How useful is a Mr. Fantastic against like a Captain Marvel?
That's true.
Like, he's
yeah.
stretchy.
Captain Marvel can blow a hole through your fucking chest.
I saw Captain Marvel fucking go through a giant spaceship like it was paper.
Yeah.
I mean, what is
It's not going to be good for him.
what's Mr. Fantastic gonna do?
Nothing.
He can get you
That's
drinks
a good point.
easily.
I guess a standalone film would make sense.
Yeah, I think so too. We get a good Doom, a good bad guy. I mean, you can't make it worse than Fox's.
Speaking of that, though, I do have some bad news on that. They actually pulled the plug on the Doom film too, the standalone Doom film.
Oh
they were
yeah,
gonna make.
which probably was gonna be shitty. I mean, as far as game movies we go, the only one I'm excited for right now is Mortal Kombat, the movie. I think that's gonna end up being pretty good because we know it's rated R, and you know it's gonna show fatalities.
Mm-hmm.
That was an old movie news, but yeah.
So, since we're on the topic of Disney, Disney is reportedly not happy with someone else. Guess who? It's a director we love.
Oh,
Watiki,
yeah,
right?
JoJo's, yeah.
Watiti, whatever. They're not happy about the Hitler movie,
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, which
They're
is being
scared
made.
about it.
Yeah,
They're very, very worried. So
I'm sure it probably makes a couple Disney jokes in there. You know, some people, because they're just scared because it's based. I mean, Hitler's kind of the main character,
right,
but come on, it's a fucking satire.
it's total satire too. Yeah,
That's something Fox wouldn't have to be worried about, but now that they're owned by Disney, Disney's got to be like, oh, we got to cover our asses now.
well,
but,
and yeah, Disney's
yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's shitty to think about that they're, I mean, even worried about it because, I mean, if they start making movies like that, I mean, they're buying up every studio. So what, are we only gonna have Disney film? Are we gonna have PG-13,
right.
family friendly? We're not gonna have anything that pushes the envelope anymore.
I guess not.
It's a scary world we're
It
living
is.
in. It's a scary world.
But with other news with him, he is completely done with the Love and Thunder script for Thor already. He's completed it.
yeah, that's awesome. And I heard also, there's also news, but I heard the Loki series might end and get into
In
start
of Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got to talk about also, including that, is Disney came out with their Disney Plus price. It's Disney Plus Hulu,
Plus
$12.99.
ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
I said that. Plus ESPN Plus.
plus
but
ESPN Plus.
including ESPN Plus should probably be the best.
Yeah, $12.99 for that.
That's incredible.
And it's the same exact price as Netflix.
Yeah.
Which is an obvious.
Well, I mean, right now,
Jab.
just for Hulu and HBO, I'm paying $30, which is crazy because I haven't combined.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, I can get all three now for $12. Hell yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Netflix might be in trouble.
I don't know. It's not gonna make.
You don't think so down the road? They're gonna. You know what they should do? They should sign deals.
I
with,
think
like,
Netflix is in trouble. Everyone says Netflix is constantly in the red by what they produce. They're. I don't think they're ever making a
but
profit.
subscriptions have been in decline now for about a year or two.
I know in the red is bad. It means they're working. They're always in debt.
Yeah, no, I was agreeing with you.
Oh yeah. Subscriptions are
Yeah, they're in decline because
Yeah.
they're in the red.
Yeah, I'm saying Netflix is gonna collapse at some point for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and who would have
since
thought,
the start they said
who
they
would've
never
thought
made
that
money.
10, 15 years ago either. You know, I mean, when they were revolutionary, like even with mailing videos to your house,
Yeah, but they.
like literally physically mailing you DVDs. You know?
I know. I was there.
It's crazy. And now that they're doing all the streaming stuff, you figured they'd be giants forever. They got to be getting worried. They do have
Well,
good
they put
content,
so much.
though.
They put so much money back into their stuff.
Mhm.
That's where all their money goes. That's why they never make any money. Is because they're always just why everyone says they're always just barely above sinking.
Yeah.
Because they always put so much money into, and a lot of their money or shows or movies at least are.
The
flops.
movies aren't great, but their TV shows are. They got good.
But their
TV
price
shows.
point, they've remained at that price point. They just recently upped it for a very, very long time. So at least they've been doing that for a long time.
Well, yeah, I'm paying like $18 because I get the HD one.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I'm sharing with like 5 other people. That's another thing you can do on Netflix, which
Yeah,
they
you
haven't
can.
stopped, which is awesome. Is multiple screens. So I mean, they're not. Netflix isn't too worried about. I don't think Netflix is too worried about. I don't think Disney. I don't think it's going to take customers from Netflix.
You don't think?
I think people that have Netflix, and they're never going to get rid of it once they have it. Do you ever hear about anyone canceling Netflix?
No, but you got to wonder. I mean, hearing those reports that they've been in the decline for almost 2 years.
Yeah, but I'm not going to cancel because of that. They still put out
Well, yeah.
more
I don't plan
content.
I won't cancel.
I don't
either.
plan on canceling because the company is doing bad. I mean, I'm not pulling until they start
No,
doing
but-
less content.
Well, right. I'm not saying because they're bad. It's just because of Disney, the Disney deal now.
yeah,
Disney Plus and all that stuff. So.
yeah, but I think it's in decline because just how much money they put about doing shows and shit like that. I mean, they have so many big shows, especially like The Witcher coming out, which is
Right.
supposed to be their Game of Thrones and stuff like that coming out. And it's
What do you
they
think?
put so much money there, but
You
we
think
never
that'll be
know.
good?
Oh, I'm excited for it. I'm a huge Witcher fan. I played all the games.
Oh, really?
I'm a huge, and Henry Cavill is a
So
huge,
we have our resident expert on the podcast for
okay,
Witcher.
Well, I wouldn't say expert.
Well, you played all the games.
Yeah,
I
but
know
it's
a lot
a-
about Assassin's
it's a-
Creed. I used to play all those.
Yeah, but The Witcher is like a deep, like Lord of the Ring.
Oh, it's like
It's based
deep.
on books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, so I mean I played the games, but I
you
haven't
didn't read the books.
Yeah,
okay.
and that's like saying I watched
well,
all
the
the Lord
books
of the
must have
Rings.
been good. If they made a video game based out of it,
Or
no?
There's really the company that made The Witcher, CD Projekt Red. They make really. They always make games based on books. I mean, the books are good. They're like I would compare them to probably Game of Thrones books, where they're good, but you really got to dive in if you want to get part of that world.
see. Right.
Yeah, and I
It's
think
kind
The
of that
Witcher. I
next
think The
level
Witcher is
thing.
any deeper. Yeah, where it's
Yeah.
like it's medieval and it goes deep with all the. But yeah, I mean, that has to be somewhat appealing to. I'm sure a lot of people read the books, but I have not. No. I can't make the time. It's too many books out there to read.
there are quite a few.
Too many movies to watch. Well, we can talk about The Hunt now. Let's bring that up.
Okay. So yeah, the Hunt's not going to be released now.
A movie, well, not in theaters at least.
Well, yeah, it'll probably get a streaming drop somewhere
Yeah.
6 months later
They're
or
not-
whatever. But
They're already gonna make a loss, but they gotta make some money off of it. They're not just gonna bite the bullet on that one.
no,
But yeah, The Hunt, the movie, the trailer that we reviewed, a movie I was very excited for, looked pretty good.
it looked pretty funny. Yeah.
But in the wake of the shootings that's happening and everything, they think they're helping, I guess, by taking out a violent movie,
Right.
which I disagree 100% because there's no evidence
There's
at all
none
of video
whatsoever.
games, movies,
Nope.
especially music. There's zero evidence that indicates it makes anyone more
Well,
violent.
and here's the thing. Think about how many people go to the movies and don't do this.
Think about how much murder we've had before we've had the Atari.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Seriously. We've had murder
they were, and then even back then they were blaming it on something else. They're blaming it on the rock and roll, the Beatles.
That's right. Back in the 60s, it was that
Satanic,
devil
yeah,
music.
exactly, yeah.
Satan music.
So it's such bullshit. Yeah, but so they're canceling that. And another thing, Trump tweeted something about it. I don't know. He tweets about a lot of stuff, so
He
it's
does.
everything.
It's a
under-
very active Twitter
And
account.
the fact that the president is tweeting about a movie is kind of, it's odd for
He
sure.
tweeted about the movie? Oh, here it
He
is.
said something about but he didn't name. No, he didn't name the movie specifically.
No, he didn't.
But it
no.
was. I think it was heavily hinted at.
Right. Yeah, he was calling them the true racists.
Yeah.
And because they call themselves the elites, and they are not an elite. In fact, it is often the people that they so strongly oppose that are actually the elite. The movie coming out is made in order to inflame and cause chaos. They create their own violence and then try to blame others. They are the true racists and are very bad for our country.
A movie.
August 9th, 11:44 a.m.
Yeah, thanks for the time on that one.
You're welcome. Well, sometimes he tweets at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, dude, does this guy ever go to bed?
No, well, he wakes up. He wakes up early
because he's on the East Coast.
Then
Yeah,
he tweets, but yeah, man, it's a fucking movie. I doubt they made that movie trying to incite violence and riots throughout. I mean, it was a movie made for $15 million. Do you think? I think it was made specifically to entertain. It's crazy that the fact that the fact that Universal even pulled it shows.
Well, we've seen other movies like this too. I mean, Hunger Games. We've seen the classic one. I can't remember. It's like called The Island or something like that.
Yeah.
Not The Island, but it's like Skull or something like Killing Island.
There's been rich people hunting people is a story old as time. Oldest since the I mean it's not a it's not a new thing.
Well, think about Ready or Not. The trailer reaction we did for that film.
Yeah, exactly.
That's people hunting.
There's always been things of sacrificing poor people in movies throughout forever. I think so. It's just the time with the shooting happening, with ESPN pulling video game tournaments and stuff like that,
which is so dumb. And I cannot believe.
And Walmart pulling down their demos for video games. I don't know what they're thinking that's going to help. Thinking this is going to save someone. Someone coming in here playing Lego Star Wars.
It's just trying to answer to the chaos. I think that's all it is.
It's just trying to show that you're doing something without actually doing anything. It's just I don't know. I could talk about it all day. People blaming video games and stuff. It's what they did in the '90s when Columbine came out and shit. But there's no evidence.
No.
It's it's a lot of horseshit. And speaking of, look at this news. Daniel Radcliffe has a new action comedy coming out called Guns Akimbo, and it just premiered at a film festival. Oh, it's being premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival next month. About a guy who finds himself forced to fight against strangers in a citywide game of death that is live streamed worldwide to fanatical audience. Is that
there? You go. That's literally pretty much the elite hunting down people for sport. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I hope that movie does get released in a streaming or something because those people that worked on it deserve that.
Yeah,
I mean it's just I mean they were the scapegoats in it. It's so shitty that those people worked for years on something that they're passionate about. A director took time. A guy wrote it. He finally got his movie.
Hell yeah, he finally got it put together. And you're excited about it.
It's the best thing ever.
You know? I guarantee you, look on that cast list. There's probably an actor who has been acting for 12 years.
Sure.
It was their first role, something like that. It does suck, man.
Yeah, all the
sucks for everyone involved.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But they were just in the wake of it. They were they shouldn't have been the scapegoats, but I guess that's Universal's way of trying to say they're doing something. We'll get rid of this one movie and we'll But I don't know. I'm looking forward to Guns Akimbo though, Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe has the craziest after fucking Harry Potter. He said I'm never doing a movie that could be
associated with any...
I'm gonna do the most off the wall. I love what he's doing with all this stuff. He's funny too. He's hilarious. He has great comedic
Swiss
timing.
Army Man. I love that movie.
I loved it. It was
so
good.
Funny.
And him just playing a dead
body man the whole time.
Yeah, he just does movies like that. I like it a lot. What else? What other movie news you got? Let's get off.
Man, I don't know how you're gonna react to this, so I want to make sure that I'm here we go. You ready? You okay?
I might throw. I'm looking around for things I can throw.
Here we go. It sounds like Aladdin.
Us
might get a sequel.
I hope it's Aladdin 2. Jafar needs glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A sequel? Why? Can we just make some original content? Do we have to go down this route?
And apparently, I heard the sequel is going to be something fresh. That was the big tagline. It's going to be something a little different.
Wow. So what? He gets 4 wishes this time? I mean, what are we doing
I'm going to be guessing it's something to do with a genie, and they're in the desert still. I'm going to guess it's not going to be that big of a difference, unless it's like Aladdin takes America, and he gets time traveled in
and he literally shows Jasmine the world. Just a giant road trip or a carpet trip.
Because he didn't really show her the world. He just showed her like around the block.
Part of the city, that's it. Just
for the city that she owns.
Small portion of it.
I'm sure she's been around it. No one ever talks about that. It's not a great day.
You could tell.
like, take me somewhere else. We have a flying carpet. She literally just took him around. I don't even know what town they were in.
No.
So, but they didn't take him around very far. But yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
Well, they made a lot of money though.
They did.
I mean, that's obviously
That's
the
what
reason.
you do when you're a
They're not
princess.
passionate
You make a lot of
about-
money. So.
But yeah, they made so because Aladdin ended up making decent amount. Did they ever pass the billion mark?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they passed.
We
we
talked about it,
reported
I
on
think,
that
yeah,
like a
yeah.
month ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so-
passed $1 billion. So I mean, I guess it makes sense if that's what.
But
people
could a
want.
sequel possibly be better than an original with original that got lackluster reviews?
Yeah, I think it could be. I think a sequel would be better because it's at least it's a fresh story.
Well, what we know from sequels, it's usually not the case.
Yeah, but I think Disney has more freedom with Aladdin too, to take it wherever they want to go. I mean, really,
I don't
from
know where
here-
they could take it. Where
Well-
could they possibly take it where it could be fresh? I mean, they did 5 real Aladdin cartoon sequels, so I guess they have. But it's not real fresh if they're just using recycled ideas. From
I don't
that.
know. Maybe Jasmine's dad dies or something, and he's got to bring him back.
From the dead?
Yeah,
Why that old
or
bastard
maybe he's
didn't?
sick and he needs
that
a
guy did
special
nothing in the
potion.
card. I still haven't seen the new one.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Oh, okay.
so I'm not sure if I'm probably going to see the sequel.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
It's probably off my list for sure, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go. Have you seen?
Oh.
Have you seen? James Gandolfini's son, who's playing him in the
He's
new,
playing him in the Sopranos film.
Yeah, the new what's it called? Like Princes of the Mini Saints of Newark. Yeah, isn't that crazy? His
Yeah, it is.
son. Have you seen his son compared to what he looks like? They're-
No, is it pretty close?
He's a little skinnier than him, but he's got those same goddamn eyes that look like they
Yes, he
just,
does.
Yeah,
Wow.
those cold glass
Yep.
that look like they could just choke you out in a moment. But he's only had like 2 roles. Yeah,
Dang. So
He's-
he's pretty fresh. I mean, but here's the thing: he's playing his dad. You know, he should be able to do it.
he came out because this has been all over the place. He came out with a big long interview about how difficult it was deciding to step into his father's role, because it's got to be difficult, especially because his dad's not even around.
Yeah, exactly. He died of
dad-
a heart attack
and he-
about 10 years ago.
Unexpectedly too.
Mhm.
So for someone to take on that role, can you imagine playing your dad after he just died a couple years?
That'd be tough.
Yeah,
it'd be a
fucking
tough
hard.
role to take on.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's crazy because Sopranos aired the year Michael Gandolfini, James Gandolfini's son, was born.
Whoa.
Yeah, so kind of
Yeah.
so kind of weird, man. And it's also weird because he can't talk to his dad about the role or anything like that. And he just watched Sopranos for the first time like a couple years ago. Yeah, is that crazy?
That is like so. After the fact, after his dad died, is when he started watching
Yeah,
Sopranos.
he didn't watch the Sopranos. Well, because he is relatively young. Sopranos came out in 1992, so
yeah, that
he's
is
just
true. How old is he?
he's 2 years older than us, 26,
okay.
27.
Yeah.
So not very old, but
No.
crazy. Yeah, and he just talks about how he broke down kind of playing him and stuff like that, and it'd be hard for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he does.
I know, because I know he's only been in like one other thing, and it's a really, really small role show on HBO, so he hasn't done a whole lot, but I'm sure they're taking care of him and making sure he
Oh,
does.
definitely. He's okay,
HBO is like, yeah, they're probably just sitting him down watching James Gandolfini movies for 8 hours straight. What else you got? Any other news?
So yeah, this is a big thing, and typically like, and yes, it'll all come full circle when I start it this way. But normally I agree with Joe Rogan, but this was something that I was like, bro, really? Quentin Tarantino defends Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's controversial Bruce Lee scene. So
we haven't really talked about that at all.
we got to
It's
talk
been
about
going
this.
on for about 3 weeks,
Right.
Or even, I mean, since the movies came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's controversy, and like Bruce Lee's daughter came out. She's very upset about it.
Sharon, yeah.
A lot of Bruce Lee fans are upset about it. But here's the thing: it's a retelling of a story.
Well, explain what it is. So in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Bruce Lee's in it, and he's a dick.
Yes,
He's just a straight up asshole.
he's
He's
an
just arrogant. He's
person.
very
Yeah.
arrogant, and he ends up getting beat up in it,
Mhm.
and that's the thing. And
Like Cliff Booth.
yes, and so the Bruce Lee family and a lot of people are upset that they made Bruce Lee look bad, essentially. But yeah. So and Quentin Tarantino, you said he came out and defended it.
Yeah, he did. He goes, and this is what he had to say. And quote, Bruce Lee was kind of an arrogant guy. the way he was talking, I didn't just make a lot of this up. I heard him say these things, or I heard him say things like that to that effect. If people were saying, well, he never said he could beat up Muhammad Ali, well, yeah, he did, all right. Not only did he say that, but his wife, Linda Lee, said that in her first biography I ever read, she absolutely said that.
Yeah.
So.
And he was known as being kind of a dick on set because he always went full speed with people, and people didn't like that. And he did injure a lot of people, and he did get injured a lot of time. But on set, apparently he was hard to work with because he never wanted to go slow because he thought it would make it look bad. And so he did kind of beat up on people around the set and everything. And I guarantee if you asked Bruce Lee if he could beat up Muhammad Ali, he'd say
he would
yes.
say yes. Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
there's no way he wouldn't.
His whole persona is the fact that he can beat up anyone, or that's the whole thing, is that he's like one of the baddest man on earth. But I see it from both sides too.
He's iconic figure in mixed martial arts and all that kind of stuff. Especially for like what he did with film and all that. But it is a retelling, and there are truths to the story as well. So it's like I don't see what the big deal was.
Yeah, and again, it's a fucking movie.
It's a movie.
It's not a Bruce Lee biography.
Well, it's kind of more just a retelling.
And
alternate
and
universe.
It's good because I kind of wanted to wait till Tarantino came out and said something until we kind of gave our opinions on it. And he said Cliff Booth, who beats him up, is a fictional character.
He's not even real.
But he's a fictional in the story. He's a fictional badass. He's a Green Beret. So Quentin Tarantino's whole thing is he's my character. He can do anything. If I say he can beat Bruce Lee up, he can beat Bruce Lee up because he's writing the character. So I mean, it's not the same as saying someone else came and beat Bruce Lee up, someone that was real in real life. I mean, it's 100% fiction. That never happened. Cliff Booth didn't end up meeting Bruce Lee in real life and throwing him into a car.
No,
I mean, it never took place.
It's not a real person. He doesn't exist. Nothing.
But I could see from the point of view of the Lee estate as well, where, I mean, their whole namesake is Bruce Lee. So anything that hinders his name or anything, you would be upset about. For money reasons and for personal reasons.
I guess.
Because he's not alive to defend himself either, but I can't imagine what he would say if he saw that. Probably something philosophical. He would have been an old man, though. Maybe he'd go and try to fight Quentin Tarantino. But it's that whole thing has been blowing up, and that was the big. Out of all that, from that movie, that was the big thing that people had a problem with. Not the Manson murders or anything like that, or the way they portrayed that story or anything. But
it ended a little. Yeah, never mind.
I know you. Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, but you would think people would have a problem with that or something like that, or showing of that. But no, it was Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Out of all the things,
people love Bruce Lee though, and I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan. But I was not angered by it. And Joe Rogan was. He was. I mean, kind of mad about it.
He was upset, and I'm like, dude, you don't get it, do you? It's a movie, man. It's not a. And that's one thing he was saying on the podcast.
He could not understand it. He could not understand how people weren't upset about it.
And I kept talking, and I was like, dude, it's not a biography. It's not true. It's a fictional story. None of it happened. None of it occurred in real life.
No, never took place. Yeah.
It's just real characters in real time, but it's not real.
If that is shaping your opinion about Bruce Lee,
it literally says it in the title. Once upon a time in Hollywood. Yeah. It's
But if that one scene is shaping your opinion on Bruce Lee, then you haven't done enough research about Bruce Lee or seen enough Bruce Lee stuff for that one thing. Because if you're seeing that and being like, man, Bruce Lee was an asshole, that one scene, then I don't think you know enough about Bruce Lee to really form an opinion.
Right.
Because you look up anything and there's not. I mean. Besides those stories, those stories were true that he was kind of a dick. But I mean, overall, I hear he was a pretty good guy.
Yeah,
I mean that's what I mean.
Well, that's the thing.
No one else.
Most mixed martial artists are just competitive people, So if he's shooting film, if he's doing mixed martial arts with people, he might get a little rough. That's what those guys do.
And it was a time when he was everything he was doing was breaking new ground. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
so you wanted to go full speed all the time.
Before then, I mean, kung fu movies they looked kind of hokey and cheesy, But him going full speed made it look
really
real. Yeah. It's not like he was going around and, just beating the shit out of people. I mean, he was pulling punches and stuff, but once in a while, he'd slip. But it's, again, I mean, if he slips, I'm guessing he's still only going about 20%.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're not getting a full 100%, kick to the chest from Bruce Lee or something. But, yeah, that's a crazy story.
So I got another crazy story, and I would have never expected to see this. Disney reportedly cut employees' hours due to low Star Wars Galaxy's Edge attendance. You brought up a good point earlier where you said, well, no shit, Sherlock. There's one ride in Galaxy's Edge. There's not much to do. And
Yeah.
I agree with that. However, I'm super shocked. Like, I figured more people would be there. Even if, like, just for the experience, going through the stores, you know, doing the lightsaber thing. But, yeah, low attendance at Galaxy's Edge.
Well, isn't it, like, more expensive to go or something? Don't you have to pay kind of extra or something to get in nowadays? Is it part of... I thought you still...
Yeah, it is, but it's...
So I think that's hurting them also. I mean, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy that no one's really going. Again, we didn't go and jump down there, though, either.
No, we didn't.
But, of course, I thought it was going to be packed. I thought it was still going to be packed. But I guess now it's a pretty good time.
I know I might need to head on down.
But from what I hear, it's not worth it.
Yeah, no joke.
I mean, obviously, people aren't going. Or maybe people just aren't going back. It's just a one and done.
Yeah, it's a
one
one and done.
Saw it, you're like, okay, I'm good. There's only two things to do
for
here.
me, like, even if it's literally you just walking a U and then you're done, I still want to see it. Because I'm just a huge Star Wars fan,
I know.
So I just want to see
But
it.
I would be disappointed with how much I've built it up in my mind and how awesome I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, but I mean, even the shops, at least the shop, just the lightsaber experience, just watching YouTube, watching the whole video, just that alone will be worth it for me. That'll be so cool to do.
Yeah.
Build my own lightsaber.
Spendy. You're going to spend every...
It's worth.
It's going to be...
It's worth it, man. $200, that's
and
it.
my egg, go down there and do it. I mean, people aren't coming back and making lightsabers. Obviously, they're getting low. They got to cut. They got to cut the fucking Jawa's hours down. They got to get everyone down. There's going to be no one left in the park. Cutting hours down. That's crazy.
It is. It is. Crazy world we live in.
I just want to go there, get my goddamn drink at the cantina.
You want to get some blue milk.
Blue milk, all kinds of cocktails I want to get. Yeah. Alcohol. I mean, if it's...
You know how expensive it is, probably? It's going to be like $17 a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be outrageous.
Yeah.
It's like, try each drink. You got to bring a $100 bill down there. Try 5 drinks, and then you're good.
0.2 ounces of alcohol. Because they don't want you getting drunk there.
No, the whole thing's ice, and the cups are 6 ounces.
Yeah, and you're getting drunk.
And over half of it's mixer.
What about this? I gotta talk about this because this is just every time I see this title in the news, my face lights up because it's just, I can't wait. We should start writing the movie pass movie.
Oh my gosh. Movie Pass is back in the news again.
I love it, man.
It's
this
here.
is the shadiest.
Cannot wait to talk about this.
This is the shadiest company in the
In
history
the
of the
fucking
world.
history of the world.
It's
You
like
are right.
1950s practices. Where like they're doing just
It's a Ponzi
clearly
scheme.
illegal.
It's literally a Ponzi scheme is what this is.
It's so funny to me, man, and I can't wait. Someone's gonna make a hilarious movie about this guy because I think it's only one guy running it.
Yeah, the
now.
Mitch Green guy or whatever his name is.
This guy is he's like a car salesman, or he's movie pass. So they're in the news.
Mitch Lowe.
Yeah, they reportedly changed some users' password on purpose so they couldn't use the service.
Well, and not just that, and that's the worst of it all right there. I mean, that's lawsuit. There should be a class action lawsuit against Movie Pass.
Why? You're not going to
This
get
is
any money from them.
They are riding on I don't care. They are riding on criminal charges right now, man. I mean, they're riding that line. You can't be doing that if you're paying into a service. Not only were they doing that, but they were lying to people and saying that there were no showtimes available, even when the movie was still open and there were plenty of seats, even if the movie theater wasn't packed. They'd say there were no more. They even put a cap towards the end of Movie Pass, where it was after a certain amount of money was spent per day, there was a fail-safe where it would cut all the funding off.
Yeah.
And no one who had Movie Pass could use Movie Pass the rest of the day. And it would simply say, no more showings today. That is corrupt. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not even.
Don't get me going on Movie Pass,
It's
man.
not. It's not a business practice. It's just fraud.
It is.
It's not like a practice like that's even. I mean, it's just lying to people.
Well, 2 of my family members didn't even get their Movie Pass cards. They paid into it for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And then customer service there is none. I never got a reply back on any of the emails I sent. None of the emails they sent ever got a reply. There was no customer service. They just put an email up. A Gmail account was like, here, email this one.
Oh yeah,
There's probably fucking 2 million emails in that thing that never got checked.
Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's the craziest
insane.
story. I mean, from the start, everyone knew it would never work.
Well, that's even when we had it. We're like,
Yeah,
this
so, like,
shit ain't
it
gonna
doesn't
work.
make any sense. I mean, we knew, and
They were just banking on people not going to the movies.
well, they were just banking on pretty much extorting the movie theaters to where they're like, it was the movie theaters that were getting ripped off. You know, MoviePass wasn't losing any money. It was all the movie theaters. And then none of the movie theaters wanted to cancel out of it because then it made them look bad because then MoviePass would just say, okay, we're just going to start promoting this other theater and have other people go to this theater instead of yours. So they were just, that's what it ended up being, is them just extorting movie theaters because, I mean, the entire time, what it seemed like at first they were going to get just this huge amount of people and then sell it to another company or something.
Right.
But they never end up selling it. They got this huge amount of followers and they never end up like doing anything with it. Then it just, it didn't, the math didn't work out. It didn't make any
it never
sense.
did to begin with. I mean, $9.99, unlimited movies. I saw Star Wars 5 days in a row. Okay,
Yeah.
that's $50 right there. You know, it's crazy.
Eventually, companies just end up making their own movie pass, which that honestly,
It works. But see, that is the lessons that we can also learn from MoviePass. Yeah, towards the end, shitty ass company, terrible, terrible, terrible what they did. However, there were a lot of cool things because they did, in a sense, revolutionize the way we go to movies and the way that we pay to go and watch, to sit and have a theater experience.
Yeah.
And like companies now, AMC has got on this bandwagon. I also sent you a link to Regal Cinemas is doing this now. It's called like Regal Plus or whatever. I don't know, some shit like that. But they do unlimited film. You know, you can get into a subscription plan.
It's just
It
hilarious,
is the
yeah.
future of going to the movies. So I'm at least glad on that front that we have it all figured out. And it was
they
actually pretty
sacrificed
good.
for us.
Yeah, and
They
it was
made-
pretty good timing for us, man, because we got those AMC theaters that came in literally 6 months after we canceled MoviePass. So it all worked out
Yeah. It worked out for us.
for us. Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
not for other people.
I don't know how it's going to work out for them. I mean, I don't know.
No, Mitch might be going to jail.
The man needs to go to the fucking
And
chair.
he might they might
You
start
can't
calling
allow
Mitch
this.
the bitch in prison.
Some people you just you can't allow to do business.
No.
I just feel like he's like a carnival barker. This guy is just. I mean, they're still in business. You can still go on the website. Look what's
Big changes are coming. Wow.
for the past. This is what I just typed in the MoviePass website.
Please
and,
read that. Please read that
Yes,
to everyone.
for the past several months, MoviePass has been working hard to improve our groundbreaking
Groundbreaking.
subscription service to ensure it meets the vision that we have for it. We are temporarily not accepting new subscribers, so we work on these improvements. But if enter that email below and they'll rip you off. They'll probably steal your goddamn ID.
They'll probably just hack your email, take your credit
Or
card
take
number,
your social security.
yeah,
Yeah.
and say, "No, you definitely signed up for this." What do you mean?
No, you signed up for 8 MoviePass subscriptions.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, come on, don't try to jip us here. There's at least 8.
But it's a.
It's a
And
terrible
we're just scratching the surface. I swear, I went in and read deeply about it, and just everything they've done is just the most shady thing.
so corrupt, man.
It's all crazy.
Super corrupt.
Oh man, to be working at that place, to be a fly on the wall,
Do you want some good news? You want some news that'll kind of make you laugh?
bet more than the movie pass.
Oh, well, maybe not as much. Someone
please.
named Luke Sky Walker is wanted by the police, and Mark Hamill is having a field day on Twitter about it. He's having a fun time with this one. So this is what he said, in quote, "The sequel that nobody asked for and nobody wanted to see. Hashtag larcenous Luke. Hashtag the sheriff strikes back."
Mark Hamill is just waiting on Twitter for something to pop off. He's the best, man. He's so good to fans and everything, and he's so. I mean, he's just 40 years of being a really good fucking Star Wars. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better person
When he
to
interacts,
represent.
he interacts with the fans. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I
he does
mean?
shit like that,
yeah.
where like people will post lame stuff, and he'll just jump on it. I mean, he's got nothing going on. I feel like he's just in.
But he's living
fog.
life. He's having a good
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't work either. If I was
No, hell no. I just do Star Wars movies. I mean, they're
Yeah,
fun.
once in a while you go to a Comic-Con and you fucking make a shit ton of money. You sell your autograph for $500 a piece.
God, that'd be so fun to be like an iconic figure in a franchise like that.
Oh yeah, you're living the dream. absolutely. But yeah, Luke Skywalker, man, wanted by police. What is he wanted for? Stealing-
Larceny.
He stole Death Star plans?
I think so. Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
It's got to be shitty kind of be naming Luke Skywalker, and you're like, you got so much pressure to be kind of a hero, and this guy ended up going the wrong route. He ended up going on the dark side for sure.
It is. Okay, so I gotta say this, and obviously we know that Star Wars Episode 9 will be long, right? The Rise of Skywalker, excuse me. But John, or the composer, John Williams.
You just call him John.
I just call him John.
First
base names. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, clarify for us, we're not all best friends with John Williams.
We're not.
So
I just happen to be.
Oh, John.
We're
John.
real tight, but he recorded 135 minutes worth of music that he had to write and record. And he told people that this movie's going to be very, very long. So just so you know, like, this movie's going to be probably
He's got to be
3
so
hours.
sick of doing these goddamn scores for these movies.
He said he's going to retire after this too. So I guess that's news.
That's huge news. He's the greatest. He's
well, it's old news though. It's about 6 months old.
Yeah.
He's But in case people didn't know,
he's one of the greatest composers of our time. I mean, he's he's literally our I don't know. He's just one of him, John Williams, and who. I mean, there's a bunch of good people that do scores for, but John Williams, and who did all the music for the Batmans.
Oh, I have no idea.
You're gonna know when you pop up the name.
The Batman composer?
Yeah.
Danny Elfman?
That's the old Batman's. Man, you are the worst at Googling stuff.
I wrote Batman composer.
Yeah, you got to write which Batman. Hans Zimmer. God.
Oh, Hans Zimmer.
Man. Danny Elfman is a great composer. Don't get me wrong. He does all of Tim Burton stuff. But yeah, Hans Zimmer. He's one of the best also. But he's gonna be the last great left once John Williams goes. John Williams. He's done everything. Jurassic Park, Jaws. John Williams. I mean, he's I think every Spielberg film, damn near.
Just about. Yeah.
I think he did. I think he composed Schindler's List also. I think, man, so he's done everything.
Yeah,
what a
he has.
career he's had. Finally being retired. He's like 90, isn't he?
He's old. Yeah, he's like 86, 87. Just crazy.
Crazy that he's still working.
So I got this. You got anything?
Well, I was going to say, speaking of Hans Zimmer, he made the music for Dark Phoenix.
Oh, really?
And he just shared new unreleased tracks from 16 hours of Dark Phoenix music. Apparently, Fox
Wow.
News pulled 16 hours out of, all music that they, so they couldn't even do that right.
That sucks, man.
Even the score from Hans Zimmer, they ended up pulling. I mean, what?
What are they doing?
Who was
You gotta
on
ask
this?
these
Yeah, what was
questions,
going
yeah.
on? Was everyone drunk?
So the old lady that played the It Chapter 2, the trailer, the old lady in the trailer, the really creepy one, she said that she is scared to death to see the film. She said she had a lot of fun filming it, but she's absolutely scared to death to actually go to the premiere and see the movie.
Bet
She said it.
Does
it
she
was
get naked in it?
Yeah, she gets naked in it too. Yeah,
bet
it
her
was her first
grandkids are
horror
scared,
film
too.
ever. She said she had a wonderful time. She enjoyed working with the people, but she said she's actually just scared to death because she's easily terrified.
She's an old lady.
Yeah.
I mean, what old lady's going to see it and is comfortable? There's not going to be a lot of old ladies in the theater when we go and see it.
No, probably not.
I'm surprised that
Good
she's
point.
even going to see it, but that's the one thing I've heard from everyone is that being on set is amazing and filming that entire series, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Everyone's saying they're having the time of their lives, which is pretty awesome for a horror film. But how do you not have a good time filming it? It's gonna be fucking frightening.
It would be such an experience to film.
It would be
that
awesome,
movie,
yeah. You know, just filming it with Skarsgård, just being on set with them would
Oh
be.
my gosh. Well, she wasn't on set with him, but if you could film with him, with it on set, that'd be.
She was on set with Jessica Chastain,
Yes.
though. So I mean,
Well, I mean, it's
pretty good.
Pick
Pretty-
which one.
I
mean,
think
I'm going with Chastain
I'm almost
every
going with Jessica
time.
Chastain
Yeah,
every time for sure.
I think so.
Not even a competition. I'm not. I mean, be on set with a creepy clown or be on set with Jessica Chastain. It's not. It's an easy pick on.
It's a coin flip for me. No.
Have you seen this new poster for the new movie coming out starring Nicolas Cage based on an H.P. Lovecraft story, Color of Space? Look at that poster.
Wow, that looks cool, man.
That's
What is it
got-
about?
It's Lovecraft, so I think it's cosmic horror, but it's got Mandy vibes, right?
Oh, definitely. Even the color scheme,
For sure.
just with that poster alone.
And you know if it's Nicolas Cage, it's either going to be one of the best movies you've ever seen, or just one of the fucking worst movies you've ever seen. It's 50.
Man, I'm a Nick fan though.
It's 50-50 with Nicolas Cage.
Mandy was awesome.
Sometimes, yeah.
And that looks like it's going to be a Mandy kind of film. Who's directing this?
Richard Stanley, who hasn't directed anything except for one movie that I mean, he hasn't done anything. He wrote a couple movies, but he has not done a whole lot. But I mean, that's fine with me because Mandy was done by a director that hasn't done anything. I
like the route that Nick Cage is going though with the indie route, like just doing all these like.
Well, he does like 18 movies a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if it's directly his choice to go the indie route. I think he's just saying yes to every movie that comes up because
I mean,
he spends
Mandy
a lot
was
of
good.
money.
Maybe
Well,
he's in a different. I mean, he is an Oscar-winning actor.
Yeah, but Mandy was like one of the 8 movies that came out this year that I'm sure you even know Nicolas Cage was in.
Yeah, it is.
And I guarantee you go on his filmography and see other movies and you never heard of. So, I mean,
That's true.
it's every 1 out of 5 with Nicolas Cage. You just got to... Mandy was good because Mandy used him exactly how you have to use Nicolas Cage. You have to take full advantage of it. It's crazy. And that's what Mandy did. I mean, they took full advantage of it. They let him go nuts. That's what you got to do with Nicolas Cage. But yeah, he's done. If it's half as good as Mandy, I'll be pretty happy. Because we loved Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy was awesome.
Man, Mandy was awesome.
Mandy was great.
Yeah. Well, you got any other movie news for us?
Yeah, so A Star is Born. Lady Gaga denies claims she stole Shallow from unknown artist. Apparently there is a multi-million-dollar lawsuit going on right now.
Man, Katy Perry just got caught. She was stealing music.
Mm-hmm.
Big news, Katy Perry just got accused of sexual harassment today.
And it looked pretty serious, the claim.
Yeah.
I mean, what the guy was saying that she humiliated him. She pantsed him in front of everyone.
She tried to, like, pull his dick
Yeah,
out
to
or
show
something
her
like
other
that.
guy friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Check
kind
this
of
kid's
up.
dick out. Yeah, it's weird. That is weird.
It
for
is
sure.
weird.
She's an odd character. I've never been a big fan. of
Not a
Katy
fan of Katie?
No.
Yeah.
She's I don't know. Jordan Peele's got an upcoming horror movie coming out, Candyman. Which did you ever see the old Candyman?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty fucking scary.
Is it?
Yeah, for a 90s horror film, which wasn't a lot of great horror films in the 90s. It was pretty fucking scary, but it's Jordan Peele, so I think we can be confident it's going to be pretty good, I would assume. But and the new Rambo Last Blood trailer's coming out next week.
Whoa. Can't wait for that.
I know you're excited for it.
I am. I'm very
I
excited.
know you're
Cannot
pumped.
wait. Oh, are you curious to know if the Batman, because I have the answer, if the Batman's going to be in Suicide Squad? Do you want to know?
Sure.
He's not.
Okay. Thanks.
Pretty simple. That's what James Gunn came out and said.
Good.
He goes, you can see Batman in The Batman coming out in June 2021. The Suicide Squad will feature mostly, the Suicide Squad.
That's good,
So,
I think. If it should be a movie, if it's Suicide Squad, they should be the main characters. Batman just takes away from the spotlight.
Mm-hmm. You're not going to be happy about this, Cash, but it is exactly what I said as far as people going out and seeing the movie, even though it was a shot-for-shot remake. But The Lion King has just dethroned Frozen as the highest-grossing animated
You're right.
movie
I'm
ever.
not happy about that because I'm a diehard Frozen fan.
Yes, I know. I know you're very passionate about
You know.
Elsa or whatever her name
you
is.
know, you know I am. And
Yes.
yeah, that makes me pretty upset for sure. I figured that movie was gonna make its money back at least. I figured it was gonna make a good amount, but dethrones Frozen. What a heartbreaker.
And I have one other movie news as far as release dates.
Let's hear it.
You want to know when the Black Adam has officially announced?
I heard.
They are going to actually move forward with
I
this.
didn't think that movie was ever going to get made.
And it's going to be the end of 2020.
End of 2020.
When it'll be released.
They haven't even started filming yet.
No, not yet.
I know you're going to be upset about this, Mason, but Harry Styles reportedly turns down Prince Eric in Disney's Little Mermaid.
Who's Harry Styles?
Who's Harry Styles? Yeah. Act dumb. The guy from what's the boy group? One Direction. Yeah. I know you're hiding your disappointment, but he has turned down the role as Prince Eric.
That's too bad.
Pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
I mean, because
unfortunate.
it's not crazy because of that, but it's crazy that he turned down that role. Because he's
Seems
gonna
like
make
a very big role.
pretty
to play.
lucrative role.
Yeah.
But maybe he doesn't want to because it's already been fucking just covered in controversy already. So
Yeah,
maybe he's
that's
like,
true.
I'll just stay away from this one. Might be a good choice, but stunt performers considering Oscars 2020 protest after years of being ignored.
You know, I like that idea though. The best stunt movie of the year. Why not?
The stunt
Or
performers
the stunt
are
stunt
not
choreography.
happy. But yeah,
But I'm totally for that. I think okay, this is what we talk about all the time with the Oscars. Is it for the people who make the movies? Is the awards for the people who make the movies or for the richity rich who get to vote on it?
yeah,
Right?
stuff.
So why don't we see this?
No, I don't. I mean, best would it be best stunt performance probably, and just overall. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
just
be fine with
overall
it. I mean, 'cause
choreography.
that's what. I mean, yeah, that's what every action movie. The first line of the credits should be just the name of all the stunt performers. Like Hobbs and Shaw,
yeah.
we didn't talk at all about Hobbs and Shaw, but that movie should have had a dedication to the stunt performers because they're doing 90% of the fucking acting.
Yeah, exactly. And the work.
Do you
Getting
think
flown around
Jason
a
Statham
room?
or The Rock is driving a single actual car on set?
No.
And that's a lot of driving. So I mean, it's movies like that and movies like Mission Impossible, where Tom Cruise does a lot of his, but I mean, still 80% of the stunts is being done by a stuntman because you can't risk actually having him do.
No. I mean, we
he'll
see
kill
what
himself.
happens. He'll pop his ankle out.
But exactly. So I mean, movies like that, yeah, they're definitely there's not a voice, I guess, for stunt people there because they make those movies, like movies and in movies like James Bond and stuff. Like that should be the first thing you see. You shouldn't see The Rock's name at the end, but you should see the fucking stunt team's name.
Yeah, for sure.
Without them, then there's no movie. I mean, especially again movies like Fast and Furious and stuff, where they're like the stunt guys are on. They're literally on screen more than the actors. Anytime you see an action scene, I mean, The Rock is not jumping out of a skyscraper on two guys.
No, that's not actually happening. I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
We can't
but
risk
that's
it.
not
It's a
happening.
liability. You just can't have it on set. So, but I mean, do you think the Oscars give a fuck if stunt performers protest?
No, of course they don't. No, they don't care at all.
I don't think
not
they
even in the slightest.
They don't even invite him to the Oscars. So why would they?
Yeah, they don't even get a ticket to begin with.
Yeah,
so.
so I mean, why do they? But yeah, give more power to him though. I mean, stuntmen, I feel like don't get enough praise for what they do.
No, they don't.
It's dangerous, man, and they're dying. It's a fucking stunt performers die all the time in movies. It's a crazy profession, and you kind of get no. I mean, you're playing someone else, so you really get no glory for it. But yeah.
Yeah, and this is John Wick 3's success may help other mid-priced action films too. It's another headline. I was scrolling through.
Like John Wick 3, that's like something that's a movie that'd be nominated for best stunt.
Yeah, and
best
that's
stunt
kind of because we're
performance.
on the topic. Scroll up a little bit. Oh, never mind.
It's just Jack Black and Jack White are making. They made their own. They made a song, which is awesome, but not real movie news.
Oh, did you know Gemini Man, the one with Will Smith? You know and Clive Owen.
Uh-huh.
That the Will Smith one is completely CGI.
Well, yeah, it has to be, right?
Well, yeah, you figured it would just be like a deep fake or something. You just use Will Smith and
I mean, that's crazy, I guess.
or anti-aging.
So who knows how good it's gonna look?
Yeah, it didn't look bad in the trailers though. Gotta say.
The director is Ang Lee though, and he directed Life of Pi, which he did an incredible job making that CGI tiger. That was
the
completely
tiger looked
CGI.
awesome. Yeah.
So Ang Lee's pretty good at pushing the envelope when it comes to CGI, but I don't know about that movie. I don't know. I don't have strong hopes for it. Review wise, I think it's gonna sit at probably like a 50 or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be anything special, I don't think. Will Smith hasn't done much in a while. I mean, he hasn't done much for the critics. But any other news for us, Mason?
No, I think that's that about
We got
does
through
it.
quite a bit. No more Star Wars news or anything we have to talk about.
No more Star Wars
Just
news.
Luke Skywalker. If you see him out there,
See him out there.
call the goddamn
turn
cops.
Turn him in. That son of a bitch.
He wills. Was it Florida? Was that?
It was in Florida. I believe.
No.
Yeah. Yes, it was actually.
Because Florida's the only place where someone's gonna name their kid Luke Skywalker.
Except me.
You're not gonna you're not gonna name your kid Luke Skywalker.
I'm gonna name him Jedi Isaiah.
Jedi Isaiah.
So his driver's license says Jedi Knight. Because my last name's Knight.
I don't. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure you're putting the pieces of this fucking puzzle together.
Thanks
my
for
friend.
this. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I figured that one on my own,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, yeah. So if you see him, turn his ass in because he's not gonna train you in the ways of force.
No,
He's
he
gonna
will not.
steal your shit.
He will.
That's the
It'll
problem.
Be, yeah,
it's
it'll
not
be a problem.
Man, I wonder if he's gotten caught. How old was that?
Let me tell you something. When he does rob, and if someone's in the house, he uses force to get what he wants.
I got a feeling his ass is just gonna get shot when he tries to pull the force trick. And especially in Florida, I think he's just gonna get shot.
Right.
It's a dangerous place to be running around, and
Yeah, I hear he's real forceful with women. Sounds like a real piece of shit.
man, tough blow, yeah. But yeah, I wish you would have saw a picture of him. I wish you could have given me that.
Please don't force me to keep talking about him.
Okay, we get the force buttons. All right, enough of
All
this.
right.
I can't take it anymore.
Alrighty. Well, you guys can follow us on YouTube. Type in Have You Seen It? Have You Seen It Podcast? We're the Angry Popcorn Guy. You can follow us on our social media platforms. Instagram, Have You Seen It? Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. You can find our podcast in audio format on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. I believe that is it. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. And until next time.
He kind of looks like Luke Skywalker.
In a way, I guess he kind of does.
Doesn't look nearly as methed out as I thought he would.
No.
That's kind of weird.
22.
He's been drinking a little too much blue milk, you ask
Yeah,
me.
he has.
Tennessee.
Well, you got to assume it's
Florida.
Florida.
It's
You got to assume it's
Florida.
Florida. Everything happens in Florida. Just
All
Google
right.
Florida man in your birthday. Something will pop up.
Oh man, it's brutal. Yeah.
It's crazy.
All
Someone's
right.
like eating a face off from mine or some shit.
That's just
It's
classic
crazy.
stuff. That's classic Florida cuisine.
It is. All right. Till next time.
Bye.